Hello everybody, this is Bronislava, your host for this channel. As you see, we will be crocheting today. Don't forget to go and head to my HandMadeRukodelky blog, where you can go and find many patterns, including this one. We will be working on a blouse and a skirt. I will show you how to crochet all these patterns on my blouse. The skirt is going to be exactly the same, except that you will have to do more repeats. All that plus how to make the skirt and the blouse smaller or bigger is included in the pattern on my blog. So if you want to crochet, you can go and find the link below my video. And guess what? I'm ready for the beach. So for my blouse, I need 9 these repeats, okay, plus 3 stitches on the ends. So it needs to be 9 repeats times 8 stitches, which is 72, plus those 3 stitches extra, okay? So that is gonna be 75. But we still need to take into consideration the chain 3 stitch on the end. So basically 75 is including chain 3 stitch. So I will need 74 chain stitches to start with, plus that chain 3. So 74 plus 3 is 77 chain stitches to start with, in order to have 75 from one end to the other end, okay? So I will start with 77 chain stitches. So I have 77 chain stitches. Now again, if you need to have your top little wider, add 8 stitches or 16, okay? If you need to have it narrower, take 8 stitches out. So instead of 77, you would have 69, for example. So now we will go and start with double crochet stitches, and we need to go and place our first double crochet stitch in 4th chain stitch from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 3 stitches are gonna be 1 double crochet stitch, and this is gonna be a next one. So after this first double crochet stitch, we still need to do 73 more. So this is 1, 2 stitches plus 73 is 75, okay? So when you're finished, you should have 74 double crochet stitches plus chain 3. So basically place 1 double crochet stitch in each chain stitch. Okay, this is my last double crochet stitch, and I'm going to add my tail to it so I don't have to weave it in later on. And now we will start our second row, and what we will do is we will crochet 3 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, which represents double crochet stitch, okay? But now what we will be doing, we'll be skipping 1 stitch and making a double crochet stitch in the next one. Skip 1 and make double crochet stitch in the next one, okay? And because we're skipping this stitch, we need to always make an extra chain stitch. So we will go and make chain 1 for the space, okay? So that's 1 chain that is gonna be above the skipped stitch, okay? And we are going to make a double crochet stitch. Okay, let's go and deal with this end later on. So we skip one and we will make a double crochet stitch. Now we need to make chain one, because that chain one is going to correspond with our skipped stitch, and we will make double crochet stitch in the next one. Okay, so you're gonna go and have like squares. Okay, so again, chain one, skip, and double crochet stitch after the skipped one, and do this all the way to the end, and you will finish with double crochet stitch at the end in the last stitch. Chain one, and into last stitch we will place our last double crochet stitch. Turn around, and now we will put into every stitch one double crochet stitch. Okay, so here again we will start with 3 chains. Okay, and we will go and make one into the space, one double crochet stitch, and one double crochet stitch in double crochet stitch, double crochet stitch in a space, double crochet stitch in a stitch, all the way to the end. And when you get to the end over here, remember you have chain 3, which represents double crochet stitch, and that chain 1 over here. So that's 2 extra stitches. So you need to go into that chain 1 space and into the 3rd chain from the chain 3, okay, from the beginning. Now we will turn around and we will repeat the second row. The second row we will repeat again. Okay, so chain 4, chain 3 plus 1, 1, 2, 3, space. This chain is for the space. Skip 1 and make double crochet stitch in the next. Last double crochet stitch in the end. Okay, and we are ready to start our next row. And what we need to do is we need to start with 1 or 2 chain stitches, and in the very first window in that square we're going to make a single crochet stitch. Then we will make 3 chain stitches, and we will create here a V with a single chain in between the double crochet stitches. And then we will make 3 chains again, and again the single crochet stitch, chain 3, blah blah blah, and we will be skipping. We will start in a first window with single crochet, then we will skip the window, we will go and make that V separated with chain stitches. We will skip the window, make single crochet, skip the window, make the V, okay, and so on. So this is, and we need to end up again in our last window. We need to end up with single crochet and a last single crochet in the last stitch. You can make either chain 1 or chain 2, but I usually, if I do chain 2, I make this first chain really tiny, okay? And then into the window we are making a single crochet stitch. Okay, so now you know that you have a 2 stitches in here, one here and one here. Okay, now we will make chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and like I said, we're going to skip one window. In the next window, okay, we are going to go and make double crochet stitch, chain 1, and double crochet stitch in the same window. I call it window because it's easier for me to explain here in the video. Otherwise I would go and tell you how many stitches you need to skip, and that is you need to skip 1, 2 stitches. Okay, and in a third stitch you would go and make the V here with the chain in between the double crochet stitches. Now we're gonna make again chain 3, and after the V, and after we skip another window, we are going to make single crochet stitch. Okay, so they alternate, and we always have chain 3, skip the window, and here we're gonna make a V, which is a double crochet stitch, chain, double crochet stitch. Okay, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the window. Over here we were, so we skip this one, and over here we go and make single crochet stitch, chain 3, skip the window, make V, which is double crochet stitch, chain, double crochet stitch, 3 chains, skip the window, and continue like this, alternating these two. Okay, 1 V, 1 single crochet stitch, 1 V, 1 single crochet stitch, all the way to the end. And you should end up, and I hope I'm right, I should end up with a single crochet stitch in our window, and last stitch in the last stitch, again a single crochet stitch. And here we are, and it is perfect, perfect, perfect. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to go and make those 3 chain stitches after the V. We are going to go and put single crochet in our last window, and we need to finish with another single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, very good. So now we are on to another row, and that is going to be, it's going to be these fans. So we will make 7 double crochet stitches inside the V in that chain 1 space, and then we will go and put a double crochet stitch into single crochet stitch. So again, chain 3 counts for double crochet stitch, 1 double crochet stitch in single crochet stitch over here. Okay, these 3 chain stitches look awfully long. I'm gonna take one out. Okay, so after these 2, we are going to make 7 double crochet stitches inside the V. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we are going to skip everything and we will make 1 double crochet stitch into single crochet stitch. And we will repeat it. 7 double crochet stitches into the V. And 1 stitch, 1 double crochet stitch into single crochet stitch. So you are basically skipping all these chain stitches, okay? Yet you are having repeats of 8 stitches. 7 plus 1, 7 plus 1, okay? Okay, so now I have 7 double crochet stitches and I have to finish with 2 double crochet stitches at the end, okay? So 1 is going to go into this single crochet stitch and 1 is going to go into this chain stitch. I had actually 2 of them, you remember? One very, very tight and one loose chain. Okay, in this row, we are going to go and make every other, just like these stitches, okay? Every other one. So we will go and make chain 3. We will skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet stitch. Skip stitch, double crochet stitch, and chains in between again, okay? So we will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So double crochet stitch is 3 chain stitches plus that 1 space. We will skip this stitch and we will make double crochet stitch into our first stitch in the fan. Chain 1, skip, and make it into the next one. Make double crochet stitch in next, chain 1, make double crochet stitch after you skip 1, chain 1, skip the stitch, make double crochet stitch into the next, chain 1, skip this stitch and make again into the first in the fan, okay? Chain 1, skip, and continue like this to the end. So basically when you are working with your fans, you should go and have 4 double crochet stitches in the fan, and you should always skip this one, okay? We skipped here, we skipped here. We're gonna have in this fan, you see 4, so we're gonna have 4 in here as well. All right, so that's what you should have, and I hope this is gonna help you to keep a tab on the correct numbers of stitches. So here at the end, we're gonna skip this one and make a double crochet stitch into the last stitch. Oops, I forgot to make chain. We have to make chain, you see? We would be missing 1 stitch right there. Okay. Now what I will do is I will make these 3 rows, okay? So I will make in the next row, I will make stitch, 1 double crochet stitch in every stitch. Then I will do again every other, and then after that I will make another row with all the stitches. So we will turn around and make 3 chain stitches and double crochet stitch in a space, double crochet stitch in a stitch, double crochet stitch in the space, or in a window. I call them windows. They look like a little window. We don't make any chains in between. I'm starting to get confused over here. Okay, so basically continue like this. Make these 3 rows, and then we will go and work on another different type of pattern. Okay, this pattern from here to here. Okay, that's what I will show you, this one. And then again, you see, we will have another pattern. Here is a mistake. You see, look, 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 look. Here, I didn't skip. I didn't skip, so I had to go and take one in. Oh my gosh, I can't remember where exactly I had to, because I had an extra window there. Anyway, so I can see it now, but you know, if you're wearing it, people won't notice. Anyway, okay, so after I'm finished with these 3 rows, this one, and this one, I will show you what I will be doing next. I'm finished with my 3 rows, and we are going to be working now on this pattern. Let me go and show it to you. We will start with chain 3 plus 1, and we will skip and then make 3 double crochet stitches, chain 1, 3 double crochet stitches, chain 1. So first we are going to make chain 4, 1, 2, 3, that's double crochet stitch, chain 1, that's the space that we are going to skip, and now 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, okay, skip the space and make 3 double crochet stitches again, 1 in each stitch. Continue like this all the way to the end. These are my last 3 double crochet stitches. We're going to make chain 1. We're going to skip this stitch and make last double crochet stitch in the end, in the last stitch. Okay, good. Now we will turn it around. First we have to start with chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we are going to make 3 double crochet stitches together right in here. Okay, so yarn over. We're going to go and do it halfway, yarn over. We're going to do another halfway double crochet stitch, just halfway, not finished, and one more, and halfway. And now we have 4 loops, and we will go and pull it through all 4 loops. Okay, and we did 3 double crochet stitches together. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to make another 3 double crochet stitches together. Halfway, halfway, halfway. Now finish it into 1 stitch. Okay, and 5 stitches, 5 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have that loop there. Okay, it's gonna be loopy. And again, and continue like this all the way to the end. Okay, so this is my last 3 double crochet together, and let me show you how to do the end. Okay, so over here we did 6 chain stitches, but those 3 chain stitches are actually a represent double crochet stitch. Over here we will have double crochet, so we need only 3 stitches. Okay, 3 chain stitches at the end, not 5. 1, 2, 3, and double crochet stitch in the last stitch. And we do have to skip 1 chain over here as well. Okay, okay, so in our next row we need to make this wavy chain. Okay, so we're not gonna be doing this yet. We're just gonna be doing chain stitches with single crochet stitches. So we start with 5 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will be working with windows now, these big windows. So into first window we are going to go and make single crochet stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet stitch in the window. Okay, let me show you. Okay, 5 chain stitches, single crochet in this window, 5 chain stitches, single crochet in this window. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go and have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet in the next window. Actually, I call it window, but it's a chain 5 space. Okay, chain 5 space. And 1, 2, 3. Let me see how many chain stitches did I do in here. 5. So 3 plus 2. Okay, so 2 chain stitches over here, 1, 2 at the end, and then the double crochet stitch in the last stitch. And I'll go again, I rather go into the second chain stitch. 1, 2. This is gonna go and make it more prettier. All right, so now what we need to do is, you see these stitches came into 1 stitch, right? From 3 into 1. So now here it has to go right there into the middle. We have to make, from 1 stitch, we have to make 3 stitches. I keep catching on these little fuzzy things. Okay, so that's what we will be doing in the next row. So we're gonna be doing this upside down. We are going to make 4 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have space there, right? In here in the middle we have 5 chain stitches. So into third one, 1, 2, 3. In a third one we are going to make 3 double crochet stitches. And I'm not going to go in here under. I go into the chain stitch. If we don't go into chain stitch, we are not going to go and have them together like a tip. It's gonna be spread out. Let me show you how it would look spread out. Okay, I'm hungry. Maybe you hear my stomach growling. I haven't had lunch, and and it's almost dinner time. I've been working on this project. I need to eat. So you see how this is spread out here at the bottom? I don't want that because we need to make it more into a tip, so it has that triangular shape. So we need to go into our middle, into third chain stitch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, right here, this one. Oh my gosh, my I have to talk so you don't hear my belly. So this is second and this is third. And look, you see it's more pointy now. You see it? Okay, and now after we did these out of one stitch, we made 3 stitches. We will make chain 1 and we will make another 3 double crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3 in this, in the middle, in this third chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. We need to make that chain 1 because we do have that space right here. So this is our space, that chain 1, okay? And then later on in the next row, we will be making these 3 and a space, okay? So we just will continue like that. In 1, 2, 3, in a third chain, in the middle, we will make 3 double crochet stitches. And chain 1. Chain. Over here, we need to make, in the last stitch, we need to make double crochet stitch. And we're finished with our row. And now we need to make a mirror image of this. We will make 3 chain stitches, 4 double crochet stitch. We need to make chain 1 space, so 1 more chain, so altogether 4 chains, right? And now we will make 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches in each. Okay, so that's 2 and 3, so 3 double crochet stitches. All right, so it looks like this. I'm getting tangled. Excuse me, I'm getting tangled in here. So 3 and chain for space. 3 double crochet stitches and chain for space. Okay, so I will be doing this all the way to the end. Okay, here we are coming to the end. Chain, and our last stitch, we need to skip 1 chain and make a chain into our last stitch. I mean double crochet stitch into last stitch, okay? Not chain. We need to skip chain and double crochet. Okay, so I'm going to go and finish at this right now, and I will continue with this pattern. Okay, so I will repeat. Now I will repeat these 3 rows, then I will repeat these 4 rows, then I will repeat 3 rows again, then 5 rows, and build it up. Also, I will want to finish my panel, which is gonna be a rectangle. I will want to finish with one of these rows, this one, like the where you have every single stitch is crocheted. Okay, for now I'm going to go and work on this and my second panel, and then I will show you how I will connect them. I'm just playing with some ideas in my head. All right, very good. So I'm gonna go and work, and I will see you when I'm finished with these two panels. So now you can see how I finished my shoulder area over here, and thus I created my neck area right here. Okay, and I will just show you what I did over here and here. I will show it to you on this piece because it's going to be exactly the same way. Okay, so both pieces are exactly the same way, and when I'm finished with this piece, just like over here, okay, so I will have a little rectangle here, a little rectangle here, and I will connect these two rectangles with these two rectangles. After I finished my last 4-row pattern, I did 1 row of double crochet in every stitch, okay, in each and every stitch. And now what we need to do, we need to work on the shoulder. And so this is where I am. So I will go and do my every other stitch, skip 1 stitch, make 1 stitch here, and make double crochet right there, okay? And I will do those little windows, 10 of them, which is actually, we will be working with 21 stitches here, okay? So what we need to do first is make 4 chain stitches, and then we skip 1 and then we make double crochet stitch, chain, skip 1, double crochet stitch, and do this until you have 10 windows. Skip 1, make double crochet stitch. Okay, I should have 10 windows now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1 more. Okay, so basically approximately 2.5 of these fans. Okay, I finished about halfway through that fan. 1, 2.5. We will turn it out and we will make chain 3, and after chain 3 we will make 20, total 21 with chain 3. We will make 20 double crochet stitches. Okay, and we are finished with our one part of the shoulder. So let me just go and make a knot, cut it. Okay, now we will work on this side, and since we have 10 of these windows, okay, we need to have 10 windows in here, so we need to count 21 stitches and start. Imagine like we would go and be continuing with this row over here, okay, except we skipped all these stitches. So this is somewhere we have to go and start. So this is my 21st stitch, okay, and this is where I have to start. And I will crochet with 2 strands. So we need to do 4 stitches. Okay, and then we need to skip 1 and make double crochet stitch. And chain 1. and double crochet stitch after we skip one, and we will repeat chain one, skip one, double crochet. Now we will turn around and we will continue with our chain 3 stitches and then 1 double crochet stitch in each stitch all the way to the end. This was our space, chain 1 space, and now we need to go and into our last stitch. Okay, so now we're finished with our little shoulder area, and we need to go and connect it together. Okay, so now we need to determine what is our right side and what is our wrong side. This, I'm going to go and consider this as the wrong side, and this, you see how it looks a little bit different because I go under 2 of the loops in the first row. So I will consider this one as my right side. We want to connect these stitches together, okay, and then we want to connect also these stitches together. All right, so now we will be attaching our shoulder to shoulder over here, okay, and I would like to go and use so-called cable joint. I have made video really long time ago about attaching granny squares. Maybe some of you know it, but I'm going to use something similar. In my video I used like 3 stitches, but over here I will want to use 4 stitches because I don't want my shoulders to be so close. I want it a little bit more apart. Okay, so what I need to do, okay, here, this is the one that where I have to go and put my hook into this end. So what I will do is, first we would need to have a single crochet in our first stitch, but we're gonna go and have a chain, and we will be skipping 1 stitch, and we will be making single crochet into every other stitch. These single crochet stitches will be separated with 4 chains. I decided instead of 3 chains, I decided to do 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we will skip 1 and we will make a single crochet, and we will go and make 4 chain, skip and make single crochet, and do this to the end, and you will finish with single crochet. You should finish with single crochet in the last stitch. And this is our last stitch and single crochet. Okay, these need to be attached to this. Okay, so now we need to turn it around, and we want to start working with this side, and I will need to go into my first stitch and make a single crochet stitch. Okay, so basically front or right side on the right side. Okay, that's how we will go and start and make a single crochet stitch. Now we need to make 2 chain stitches. Take your hook out, place it into your chain 4 space, pull that pull that stitch in through the space, make 2 chain stitches, and now skip 1 stitch right here and make single crochet stitch. 2 chain, 1, 2. Okay, we will go through the next loop, take the hook out, put it underneath the loop or chain 4 space, pull this stitch through and make 2 chain stitches, 1, 2. Look for next stitch on this side, and I'm basically putting my hook from the front to the back, to the wrong side, from the right side to the wrong side. Okay, so we are going to go and, let me see, skip. This was, where is our, this is our single crochet. We skip 1 and we make another single crochet after we skip 1. Okay, so this is how you're going to go and continue making that cable. Okay, so let me go and continue here and show you again. So 1, 2 chain stitches, take the hook out, put it in the next loop, chain 4 space, pull the stitch through, 2 chain stitches, skip 1 stitch and make single crochet in the next. 1, 2, next stitch, 1, 2, skip and make a single crochet stitch in the next one. 1, 2, and continue like this all the way to the end. So I'm going to go and do the same thing exactly. Actually, no, I have to start right here. So I have to start on this side, on the right side, and finish going this way. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so whichever I know, I just have to go and continue with this one here. Okay, so but basically it really doesn't matter, because if you look at it where you start, it doesn't matter where you start, because when you look at it, it's same on the both sides. Okay, so there will be no problem. I shouldn't go and, but you do need to go and make sure that you have right side here, wrong side here, but the connecting is on one side. You will connect it on the wrong side, and on this side I'm gonna be connecting it on the right side, starting to connect it, those loops I'll be starting on the right side. Okay, so now that I'm finished with my shoulders right here and here, right, I will crochet 1 row of single crochet stitches, and then other row with fans. Okay, and I will spread these fans as evenly as possible. I will start on the wrong side with my single crochet stitches and finish my fans on the right side, and I will do that for both sides. Same thing here. I will start with single crochet stitches on the wrong side and finish on my right side. Okay, so I will just start you up, but I think that you could go and do this on your own. So I will start here in the corner, and I like to start with 2 strands because I don't want to be weaving it in. So, you know, spread these single crochet stitches not too close together, not too far apart either, because if they're gonna be too close, you will have the edge fan out. If they're gonna be too far away from each other, you will be bringing it too close together. So they really have to be spread out really nicely, evenly and flat. Okay, use your judgment when you're doing it. So here I think I will go with with 2 stitches. Here I will go with 1 stitch. Here 2 stitches I think that fit in. Let's go and see if it's nice and flat. It looks flat. I don't see, you see, I don't see anything coming in this way or in going in this way. It's flat. So basically what it comes to is like 2 single crochet stitches along each long stitch over here, which is double crochet stitch or chain 3 stitch, and then I have 1 single crochet stitch right in here. So just 1 single crochet stitch when I had this row with single crochet stitches. And then I have another double crochet stitch here, so I go and make 2 single crochet stitches along that stitch, and I have chain 3 stitch right here, and I will make 2 double crochet stitches, and here I have double crochet stitch, so I will do 2 chain stitches, I mean 2 single crochet stitches. So as you see, I finished my shell stitches after I finished my single crochet stitches. Okay, and now on this side I already did my single crochet stitches. Okay, and I did them on the wrong side. This is the wrong side, and I crocheted my single crochet stitches on the wrong side. Now I will be making my shell stitches or fans on my right side. Okay, and I will go and do it this way. So this was my last single crochet stitch in the corner, and now I will skip 1 stitch and place 5 double crochet stitches in the next stitch. So this is 3, 4, 5. After that, I skip 1 stitch and I place a slip stitch in the next one. And now I will repeat, skip the stitch and place 5 double crochet stitches in the next one. I will again skip the stitch and make slip stitch in the next one. Okay, and I will continue like this all the way to the end. And if I have extra stitches, you know, plus minus 1 or 2 stitches, I will adjust my fans to those stitches. I'll show it to you what I will be doing over here if there is a need to go and adjust to those stitches. Okay, but for now I will repeat these stitches, these fans, these shell stitches all around my edge. So here I am at the end, and as you see, I have actually either way too many stitches over here for two of these two shells, or way too little stitches for 3 shells. Okay, you can see that this distance goes over. Okay, so I really do not want to go and put 3 in here, but I rather go and put 2 that is much closer in the distance. Okay, so what I will have to do is I will have to skip 2 stitches and make my 5 double crochet stitches in a 3rd stitch instead of in a 2nd. Okay, so we will skip 1, 2 and place 1 shell pattern, shell stitch over here, which is made of 5 double crochet stitches. Now we are going to skip 1 and make slip stitch, and we will go and repeat this again. So I will again skip over here these 2 stitches, make my shell stitch in here, and then finish attaching my last slip stitch in the corner. And this is that slip stitch, a knot, and you see it looks good, nice and flat, even that we had to go and skip couple stitches couple times, but that's fine. All right, so here you see that I am finished with my both sides. This is my neck area, and I'm not going to sew my sides. I just will go and put twisted strings with tassels in a couple of these areas, and that's how I will be keeping my blouse on the side semi-closed. So it will have a opening in here. All right, and now I just have to finish my skirt, and let me show you that front post, back post ribbing. Okay, let me first tell you how I finished over here before I started doing my ribbing. Okay, so I did my 4-row pattern over here, right? And then I did 1 row of every single stitch. In the next row, I started doing my front post and back post stitches, front post, back post, okay? And I was going back and forth. And this is my last row of back post and front post stitches. And this is how I was doing it. So the back post it goes through the back, around the post of the double crochet stitch. And now we will make another double crochet stitch in the front post of the double crochet stitch. And back post, and you just go and basically alternate back post and front post. Okay, so here I am coming to the end. I need to make a last stitch, last double crochet stitch in last stitch over here. And now what I will do is I will make these shell stitches or fan stitches, as I call it. I will go and make it along this side as well, okay? But first I need to make single crochet stitches. So we will make 2 single crochet stitches along each stitch over here. Okay, so if it's a double crochet stitch, you make 2 single crochet stitches. If it's 3 chain stitches, you also make 2 single crochet stitches. I am working with single crochet stitches right now, and then later on I will again do my these shell stitches on the way back. And we are almost at the end of our video. Here you can go and see how I made my tassels on a string, which I actually crocheted using 2 strands, and then I attached those tassels at the end. I weaved in the string at the waist of my skirt, and then I used 2 more strings, one on each side on my blouse in my waist area, and I just put it through the holes of the blouse and tied it. I think that's about it for today. Don't forget, links are below the video in the description, so click on them. Don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to comment on my video. Don't forget to share the video with your family and friends. Subscribe and follow me on social media. And you will see me another day.